The following report contains some disturbing images.
They brought ice up the steps of the Al-Iman Mosque because in Cairo's red-hot summer, dead bodies decompose quickly. Inside there were perhaps 200 wrapped in shrouds, surrounded by their families. They blamed the army commander, General Sisi.
What happened yesterday, this massacre from Sisi, okay? They killed my brother, my sister.
They were claiming bodies and waiting to bury them. Families sat for hours saying their last goodbyes. Those who were able to speak all said the dead were civilians who'd been massacred. Before the security forces attacked, many Muslim Brotherhood supporters talked about martyrdom. This is its reality. Some of the bodies were too burnt to be recognizable.
In this place at the moment, the families of the dead don't really want to talk about mediation or peace plans or a political process, even though Egypt needs all of those things more than ever. Instead, they'll discuss justice for the dead and their determination to keep on resisting what the army has been doing.
Ahmed Badia hugged his mother and stood next to his brother's body. The family packed it with ice, topped it with a Quran, and Mr. Badia condemned the military command and the politicians they've installed.
You're not going to get away with this murder. This is murder. You can't kill your own people and get away with it. There's the law. There are international courts, and people will pursue all peaceful means to hold these people accountable. Everybody that's in this government should be held accountable for the massacres that are happening right now.
Some people are talking about the area around this mosque as a site for a new Muslim Brotherhood sit-in. More people arrived, supporting their ousted and imprisoned President Mohammed Morsi. Not far away at Cairo's police mosque, they were burying their dead. The Interior Ministry says 43 were killed across Egypt. This country is more divided than ever. The assault on the Brotherhood has plenty of support, but there's a spectrum of opinion, not two solid blocks. In the burnt-out ruins of the Rabaa al-Adawiya Mosque, a local man who opposed Morsi said he was horrified by the killing of civilians and what it did to democracy's chances.
People now will not believe anymore in elections. You cannot just say that there are millions who went against Morsi. There were also millions who were pro-Morsi. And you cannot ignore them. How can you convince them to go to vote again in 1 year? How can you make elections again in 2 years or 3 years? Does anybody will really believe in democracy? You bring someone to power and then you go to streets and kick him out?
President Morsi was the hero on these streets while the Brotherhood was in control. Not anymore. Lots of supporters of the military were there for a defiant celebration.
Please, all Western countries, including USA, if you didn't support Egyptian, we don't need you anymore.
In the afternoon, the local government headquarters in Giza, one of Cairo's suburbs, was attacked and burnt out. Civilians helping the firefighters blamed the Muslim Brotherhood. Egypt is violent and unstable, slipping deeper into a civil conflict. It is not a war, but war is a risk if the violence goes on. Jeremy Bowen, BBC News, Cairo.